Welcome to For the Record. My name's Christian,
And my name's Elena.
and this is our first ever episode. For the Record is a podcast where we talk about different types of music.
And all sorts of stuff that's going on in our lives and just social media.
Yeah, just a quick collaboration. So we're so excited. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah,
All
we're
right.
so excited. All right, so we're just going to type of debrief about our week so far.
Mhm.
Halloween was last week. We're recording this on November 6th. What did you do for Halloween?
I ended up going to a friend's house, and we ended up like raiding like people's houses for candy. But funny story, just to segue into that, my friend who I went trick or treating with, her neighborhood was like it's just like a kind of like a cul-de-sac.
Mhm.
So it's well known in the cul-de-sac that there are cats, and they leave out like bowls and like stray cats that they leave out bowls. So
Okay.
we were all like, "Oh, let's go visit the cats. Let's go see the cats." So we went to go see the cats.
You actually trick or treat with the cats, like take the cat home.
Yeah, that's actually what each house was giving away. Yes, of
Yeah.
course. So I
Mhm.
got a Siamese.
Right.
But we went over to go look for the cats, and my friend was like, "Oh my god, a cat!" And it was black and white. It just from like you could see, and I'm like, "Wait a minute!" So I turned on my phone flashlight. Oh my god, it's a skunk! And we ran away.
Oh my gosh.
It was so funny.
Imagine just going home and your parents are like, "What did you do? And what does that smell actually?"
Get the tomato sauce ready, please. Please, please, please. What did you do for
anything
Halloween?
else?
Oh no, we ended up just like kind of staying in after we went trick or treating. And then we just kind of talked for the rest of the night. But so pretty much kind of a boring L Halloween because they didn't dress up. I went as the Nesquik bunny mascot though. But
Yes, that was super cute.
I liked your first of all your in school outfit and your out of school costume were very good. So what did you do for Halloween and what did you go as?
So for Halloween, I went to the Sleepy Hollow parade the Saturday before. So I don't know if people like to call Halloween the weekend before Halloween or after.
It's whatever. I think
but,
it's
you know,
whatever weekend is closest to Halloween.
I agree, but some people just celebrate both, and you know what? That's okay too. I
I
did
did.
Chapel Roan for the Sleepy Hollow parade. Everyone thought I was Cinderella. I did not look like Cinderella.
It's okay. Everybody thought I was Arthur from like Arthur the Armadillo, and I was like, oh.
I mean, like Nesquik bunny is super niche, so I don't know what you were expecting. There,
No,
but,
like nobody.
Chapel
Like I
isn't.
had to. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like everybody should have known who you were. Did you have a wig or no?
I didn't have a wig. I did like curl my hair and pin it up though and everything, and I had like a real tiara. Like I'm not
I would've thrown hands.
Cinderella. Cinderella is a completely different outfit. Like she's
Cinderella
blonde, she
is
has a
blonde.
choker, and I had like a little sash and gloves, and I was like, this is not Cinderella, but okay. But then like a few gays found me, and then it was fine. And then
A few gays found me.
that's the truth. Like they found me and they were like, oh my god, I love your outfit, and I was like, thank you. And
You
then
understand me.
I was exactly. And then I did a haunted house thing at the public library, and I was Dr. Ripjaw. So just some random character. They would just like do some makeup, and that was it. And
Throw
it
on a
was-
blonde wig and call it a day.
yeah, exactly. We like terrified kids. It was so fun, but they were a little bit too scared. A lot of them walked out. And then the last thing I did for in school an actual Halloween day was I was If You Give a Mouse a Cookie, and
was
everyone
awesome.
just thought I was a regular mouse, but no, I'm If You Give a Mouse a Cookie.
No, I actually thought a lot of people got your reference. Well, I'm saying you were the one that it happened to, but from what I saw, when people would recognize you, like
Mhm.
people seemed like I was very excited. I immediately know who you were.
I think it's so cute. And I went trick or treating with my 10-month-old cousin, so
Oh.
he was Sully, and it was so cute. But I was also like trick or treating like an hour away from home, so that was quite the night.
That was real fun. Real fun. That's so
I was
cute, though.
exhausted.
So, anyway, other than that, before we start segueing into our actual questions, anything else you'd like to add? Anything fun doing this week?
No, the end of the quarter is approaching, and I'm stressing out. I have to go to extra help like every period, but you know,
Me too, twin, me
worth
too.
it.
It's okay. It's okay. But other than that, next segueing into, so this is where we get into, this is kind of like what we're going to try to do every episode. This was more of the introduction for us. Like I said, my name is Christian and that is Elena. But pretty much what we're about to do is pretty much what our episodes are going to be about, listening to music, asking different questions about music, because me and Elena, although we do have similarities when it comes to music, we also have differences. So combining those two worlds together is pretty much what we're all about. So you guys can find something new to listen to.
yeah, of course, as most people do.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna ask each other a few interview questions just so you guys can start to get to know us, what we're interested in, and all that stuff. So the first question I have for you,
Okay.
Christian, is what is your biggest motivation in life? I'm getting super deep here.
Wow, I thought like my questions do not compare to that. My question was
Oh,
like,
really?
my question was like, what's your favorite genre of music?
Oh, okay. I'll target my questions to that then.
But no, what keeps me motivated? I will ask you questions like that. I can think of some off the top of my head, but I'm saying what keeps me motivated in life was that the question? That was a question,
Yeah.
right? What keeps me motivated in life is my pretty much like my friends and family. Like, although like a lot of people tell me that they look up to me and they follow me for advice, I'm really the one following them, and they kind of bring me together. So I feel like when one of my friends and family like falls down or like they're going through something, then I kind of feel that for them. So as like I like to keep my friends and like family like happy and stuff like that. And when they're happy, I'm happy, and that's what keeps me motivated.
Yeah, that's super sweet. It's good that you have something to fall back on like that.
That's such a deep question. I want to ask you that now. What is your deepest
okay.
motivation?
My deepest motivation would probably be like the kids that I work with. They're just absolutely such sweethearts. And I want to be a teacher when I grow up. So
Do you actually?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So being around kids, like when they get super excited to see me and like when they don't understand something and I teach them something at work, it's just super nice, and it like motivates me to like actually not hate my job.
That's like so cute though. Do you have like, speaking of which, I have always had this question, but for your job, do you have like camps, or is it just like every day there's new people, or do you have regulars? Sorry, that's the how I should have worded that. Do you have regulars, or is it more like new people every day?
So since it is in Briarcliff, so it's like a smaller town. We do camps, we do
Mhm.
parties. We also have a lot of regulars. There's definitely people that I recognize immediately as they come in. Over the summer is usually when we have most of our camps. We also have like happy hour parties that happen for adults.
I was gonna say, I was like, well, for kids or for adults?
Yeah, for adults, obviously, but we have all that type of stuff. So it really depends what like season we're in, but we're probably most famously known for like hosting parties. That's
Uh-huh.
what we get a lot. So it's a lot of new kids we've never seen before because they like didn't know about it.
Yeah, but that's so cute. That's such an amazing inspiration. Like, I really think that's really like a good thing. On to our next question.
All right, so I guess my next question shouldn't be as deep this time. I was going to say, what is something that you cannot live without? Is that still deep?
My KKW contour. For
Yeah,
those who know.
literally.
For
If
those
you know,
who know.
you know.
Kim K, Kim K. No. My friends and family. Which is kind of like a low-key kind of a basic answer, but we just established that. Those mean a lot to me.
No, I mean that makes sense. That's a good answer. Definitely,
No, it's actually my
though.
KKW contour. Sorry, guys. All right, what's something you can't live without? I also have other questions, by the way. I swear I'm not mooching off yours. I have other questions.
Something I cannot live without. I don't know, music, definitely. I feel like that's definitely cliche
Oh, yeah.
for this podcast, but I've been living without my headphones for a few weeks, and
Have you
I'm
actually?
not. Yeah,
That
my
sucks.
headphones
Oh my
snapped
God.
in half, and it's definitely been hell. I definitely miss my music, and I'm not living with it.
No, that's awful. Like that, if I had to say, like, if you gave me like the question, like if that was a question, like besides like family, like besides people that I couldn't live
Yeah.
without, music would definitely be like my top choice.
Yeah.
Besides like food and water, obviously.
I have so much free time. Like walking my dogs, I used to like love listening to music in the morning, and just
I
without
feel
that,
like music just motivates people to do things. Like I like
Definitely.
hate like clean. I mean, of course, like I mean, like who like well, I like cleaning to a degree, but I'm saying it's like when I'm cleaning my room or like when I'm cleaning something in specific. Like if there's not music, I just feel unmotivated. I just feel like I'm sluggish. And music, no matter what type of music, I could be listening to the most depressing song ever.
Yeah.
I'm mopping the floor, like I'm
And
going ham.
It's a completely different experience to be doing something with headphones and without, because yeah, I still have my phone. I could still play music,
Hmm.
but wearing it in headphones is a completely different world. It's so different.
I also feel like just like there's so much about music, and we'll go into that a little later, but like a little preview for y'all. Music is so like it's just such a universal thing, whether it be like digital and like obviously like listening to it, but there's also like different forms of music, like literal physical forms of music, whether it be like an instrument, which is a literal form of music, or also like going into
Mhm.
something else like records, CDs, cassettes, those are all like physical forms. And it's just such a huge thing. But getting back on track, next question. Do you want me to ask one of mine?
Sure.
One of my like low key basic questions that I asked before, right now, because I know it varies, what is one of your, or right now, what is your favorite genre of music?
Oh
If
my
you have
gosh.
one.
My favorite genre of music probably goes and depends on my mood, but I would say a lot of the things I listen to are in the pop world.
Uh huh.
Even if they're not exactly like
Yeah.
Britney, Lady Gaga pop, they still sort of fit into the category.
Yeah.
So definitely that, but I've been getting into R&B recently.
I was just about to say right now for me, like right my top three, like you said, like pop, like even things that aren't technically classified as pop, like pop, R&B, and rap are really my top three right now. which I've been
Really?
getting into rap because my friend who I have another podcast with is also really into rap, and he's been kind of like educating me on like showing me stuff that he knows that I'd be interested in.
I was gonna say, I was like, I didn't expect the rap
No,
answer.
not
The
people
more
like
you know.
people know like I'll say that and people are like, "Oh, okay."
Oh, okay.
Next question.
From me? All
Would you like
right.
to give
I already
yours?
asked you 2 questions.
Okay, let me think. All right, I'm trying to think of like a deep one. The first one was
Pressure is on.
pressure is on. Okay. Oh, I have a good one.
Okay.
Do you have an album that had? And I just thought of this one. This wasn't on my thing. Have you ever listened to a song or like an album that like kind of changed your life?
What Was I Made For by Billie Eilish.
That's like such a good one, but like that's such like an answer. Like
I
that's
knew
such a good
before
one.
you even asked the question, I knew it was the one. It was the first one that I actually learned ASL on. I heard the song for the first time and I was like, this means so much to me. I couldn't even describe it. So I
Have you
learned
cried
the
to it?
ASL.
It's okay. I'm about the one I'm about to admit is kind of crazy.
Probably. So I learned the ASL for the whole song. I like drew the album cover. It's hanging in my wall. Like that song just means so much to me. It's always something I fall back on. All of her discography, so like, it's just so
Billie's amazing.
versatile. I love it.
Gotta keep it about controversial opinion before we move into mine. I like, as much as I love Hit Me Hard and Soft, I like Happier Than Ever better. Happier Than Ever is my like thing. But like going into the song, a song that kind of changed my life and just made me a whole new perspective was Ghostin' by Ariana Grande. And like I've cried to that song. Like that song like means a lot to me. And it's just like, even though like the meaning behind it, like I feel like even though artists have like specific meanings behind their songs,
Yes.
I feel like people are able to take those meanings and like transform it into a way that relates to them. And that's kind of what I did with Ghosting, because it was like, although everybody knows that it's allegedly, because not confirmed, but I'm pretty sure everybody knows that it's about like Mac Miller and like her relationship with
of
him.
course.
I just think like the lyrics themselves like kind of show that like you like lost someone you love, and like it hits hard. And like especially what's going on in the world with me right now, and even when I first listened to it, it meant a lot to me, and it really like just gave me a whole new perspective on things.
I absolutely love that song. I love everything that she does, honestly, but it's so nice to dig deep into the songs that have a little bit more meaning, because Ariana
Which we will be
Grande-
playing, guys. Which we will be
Yes.
playing.
Ariana Grande has gone through so much, and I feel like that is not appreciated. So a lot of people just hear, like Thank You Next and Seven Rings and all that stuff, and they think that's all she's capable of.
Mm-hmm.
But as a vocalist and as a woman, she is so much more than that, and it's so important.
She deserves a lot
everything
better than
else.
happened to her, and that's why I'm a little
Yes.
People are a little nervous, and I think you know about this as an Arianator yourself. But so her first ever album was called Yours Truly, and it's supposed to be like her last album is gonna be called Ariana Grande, so it's supposed to be Yours Truly, Ariana Grande, and that's like
I did not hear about that.
you don't know about that.
No.
So it's rumored, like, and it's heavily rumored that her last album is going to be called just like it's self-titled Ariana Grande, because it's going to be Yours Truly, and then all the albums in like between, like trying to like describe her, Ariana Grande, and it's supposed to be kind of like a send-off, and like
my
that's her last
gosh.
album. That's heavily rumored because I've seen like many things and I've done research on that because I was very into it, and like that just makes me kind of upset.
I do not want to see that day happen, but I'm so excited to watch Wicked. I'm so
Very
excited, and to
excited.
like hear all of her vocals and stuff.
Mhm.
I've seen the live version of her sing The Wizard and I, and that's just so fantastic. And though she doesn't sing that because now she's Glinda, not Alphaba, but like Popular, all those songs, I'm so excited to hear them. I cannot wait.
We're very, very excited. So before we move on to our next question, because we are a little bit running out of time, shall we wait till we get to our next question? Or shall we
Yep.
say it now?
Say what?
All right. I think we're just going to take a quick break before we take our next question. My name's
Alright.
Christian,
And my name's Elena.
and we'll be right back. Welcome back. Moving into our next segment, me and Elena have picked out albums and songs for each other that we're going to blind rank.
Yes.
Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
Yeah, we're going to start with songs first.
Okay.
So I'm going to be writing down which ones you put, and you're going to, again, blindly rank them.
Okay.
So the first one that I have for you is Good Graces by Sabrina Carpenter.
I'm going to put that at number. I feel like you put some better ones in there, so I'm going to put that at number 2.
Number 2.
Mhm.
That's still pretty high.
I do like that song, though.
Okay, got it. What's the reasoning behind that?
I kind of dropped out with one of my really close friends, and that song reminds me of it. It's just being like, bro, just drop it.
I feel
So
like it's such a mellow and relaxing song.
like
so
it's
nice.
literally like the meaning behind it is literally just like, please just don't mess up. It's literally like
Yeah.
and you messed up and you lost me, and like that's pretty much how I feel about the situation.
Exactly. All
And it's
right,
like upbeat, so I don't feel sad while listening to it.
all right.
Do you want me to go? for you, or do you want to just keep on going with yours?
I'll keep on going with yours, and then you can do your songs.
Okay,
I
ready?
think that should work. So next up, we have "We Can't Be Friends" by Ariana Grande.
I'm gonna put that. This is kind of surprising. It's at a 5, right?
Yes,
Okay,
out of 5.
I'm gonna put it at 4. I love the song. Don't get me wrong,
Mhm.
but recently for me, like, since it's been like, and I hate it because I still listen to it. Like, I still like the song. Don't get me wrong, but since it became like, and I want to say it became very popular, like kind of TikTokified. That's not a problem. I just think that like I hear it so much, and sometimes it's just like I'm not in the mood, and it makes me dislike it. But at the same time, still like the song. But I feel like there are others that are better out there.
Yeah, I definitely agree. That's why I picked that one, because I know you have a lot of songs that you prefer. So I was trying to, mess
Yeah.
with you a little bit and find one you didn't like as much, but still appreciated.
Yeah.
You ready for your next one?
Mm-hmm.
I tried to go a little versatile, pick some random artists. I honestly just put my stuff on shuffle, and I was like, oh, he's going to rank this. So next one, you're not going to expect it, is "Love on Top" by Beyonce. Because you got to thank Beyonce.
I do have to thank Beyonce, guys.
You do
Okay, thank you, Beyonce, for supporting this episode. Like she's totally listening. She's totally listening. I swear.
Exactly. We got to put her high.
I don't listen to Beyonce, so I'm gonna keep it. So I'm gonna put that at 5, just because I've heard of the song, but I just don't listen to her, and that's why. But I love you, Beyonce. Thank you, Beyonce.
Right. She's going to hunt you down.
there's a red dot in the back of my head right now. Uh-oh.
All right. We've got 1 and 3 left.
Okay.
This one's kind of iconic.
Mm-hmm.
This is "Party in the USA" by Miley Cyrus.
I'm really scared because I'm going to put it at 3 because it's such an iconic and catchy song, but I'm really scared for what number 1 is.
You shouldn't be scared. Do you think I put a bad song?
You put like really versatile. I think like the songs I chose were songs that I was like on shuffle, and it's like 2 artists, and like I'll switch it up a little bit. But all right, what's the last
Are you
one?
ready for number 1? This gotta go in number 1. Number 1, we have "See You Again" by Tyler, the Creator. And
That's
Kali
worth it.
Uchis.
That's worth it. I love Kali Uchis and Tyler so much.
Would you replace any of the songs that you put?
No, I kind of like that order.
You like "Party in the USA" at 3?
I do like Party in the USA at 3. I would actually no. If anything, if I could, I would switch "We Can't Be Friends" and "Party in the USA."
I was just gonna say, I feel like that's the way
I
we're
forgot that I
gonna go.
reversed them. Okay, is it your turn?
All right, I'm ready for my songs.
Okay, so
Out
I'm
of
gonna switch them up a
5?
little bit because I have 5. Yeah, I have 5.
Okay.
To count.
We
All
can
right.
count.
Starting off strong.
Oh,
Sharpest Tool by Sabrina Carpenter, because I know you very much like that song, and I like that
Ooh.
song.
that song is always stuck in my head.
But like stuck in my head, like annoying, or stuck in my head, like I'd love it.
No, stuck in my head like annoying. Like I will have to
Really?
sing. Oh, did I say
No,
annoying?
you have like you said annoying.
Oh, oops, I did not mean to say that. Oopsies. No, stuck in my head like it's so great. I sing it over and over again. I don't
That's-
know why I said annoying.
I was gonna say I was like, oh, all right. So where are you gonna put
Okay,
that?
Sharpest Tool. I feel like it's relatively new, so there's got to be some older stuff I'm probably gonna dig into. So I'm
Mhm.
gonna say 3, but that
Okay.
doesn't mean it's bad. It's not annoying.
All right, next one. Question before I ask, because I'm kind of gonna throw them in there. I threw these in there. I'm gonna ask the song and then I'm gonna ask the question.
Whoa.
"Darling I" by Tyler, the Creator. Have you listened to Chromacopia yet?
I have listened to it.
So what do you feel? Do you know which one I'm talking about? "Darling I." It's like.
Yes, I would probably need a little refresher. I'm not really good on the names, but if you played it.
Keep falling.
Oh, yes. Oh my God, I do love that song.
That's,
I
like,
don't
my
know if I
favorite.
would say it's my favorite off the album, but it's
Mhm.
definitely like top 3. Oh my gosh, but with Sharpest Tool? Okay.
Like you feel like it can't be higher than Sharpest Tool, but it kind of has to be
But it,
set in
like,
stone.
But it has to be. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna say 4, but that's not what I would rank it in. Whatever. Moving on.
Moving on. Okay, our next one, I'm going to go. So going back to Sabrina real quick, because this is my favorite song
Whoa,
off the
okay.
album. This is the only time I only have 2 Sabrinas on here. "Dumb and Poetic" by Sabrina Carpenter. Have you
2.
listened to that song? I love that
2.
song so much.
2, because I don't know what else you have, so I don't know what's 1. But that one I honestly
Well,
like
you
better
have,
than
you have
Sharpest
one.
Tool.
You have 1 and 5 left?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I love it so much more than Sharpest Tool, so I was like immediately 2.
That's my song, bro. Okay, next one. Ready? "Supermodel" by SZA. Do you know that song?
God, what do you have at 1?
It's
It's
'cause
gonna
you-
be like the worst one
No,
ever.
It's actually, I think you'll like it.
Okay.
So are you putting Supermodel at 5?
I guess so, but I love SZA. It's probably just not the ones that I listen to the most.
Are you
So,
ready for
yeah.
your number 1?
No.
"Better Off" by Ariana Grande.
Okay.
That's not a bad one, though. I love that song.
I do love it. Better off.
Okay, if you could switch one,
But-
what would you switch?
I would probably. Oh my gosh. I would put Dumb and Poetic at 1, Sharpest Tool 2, Tyler at 3, and Ariana 4. And
So then SZA keeps it. But you love SZA.
but I do love her. I need to say that I do love SZA, but that song isn't one of the ones that I listen to as much as the other ones.
Moving on. Now we're going to be blind reacting to each other's albums that we picked out for each other.
Yes.
Do you want to go first or would you want me to go first?
I can go first since you just gave me my song. So the first one we were talking a little bit before, but it was already written down, already set in stone. So the first album we have is relatively new. It is Hit Me Hard and Soft by Billie Eilish.
I'm going to put that because I feel like there are better ones on there. Love the album. I'm putting it at number 2. And I'm sticking with that.
Okay. I would put it up there too. The other ones I feel like you're not going to expect. Well, maybe the next one you're going to expect. So, over this summer, did you have a Brat Summer by Charlie XCX or no?
I did have a Brat Summer, actually. I had a very Brat Summer. I was actually very surprised about that because normally my summers are really dull or like kind of boring, but I had a very Brat Summer. I'm going to put Brat number 3.
Okay.
I did that was my first time ever I have a friend who's really into her. And he's like, you gotta listen to this. And then I ended up listening to Crash first, because I wanted to know kind of what I was going into before I listened to it.
Right.
Because I was listening to some of her old music, and at first I was kind of like, what is this? I was like, what the heck?
I love it.
I was like, what? I obviously know that's not what I'm talking about. I listened to Crash. I listened to How I'm Feeling Now, and I was like, this is just so different. I don't know if this is for me. But Brat came out, and I ended up going to the listening party. I went to an event the day before it came out. It's okay. And I really liked it. And I was like, okay, this kind of gave me a whole new perspective on music. And that's kind of what started my branch at. So I do really like Brat.
Wow, I'm surprised you put that at 3. I was expecting you to put it at 1.
I know, which is actually kind of surprising.
Who knows what you're going to do for the next ones.
I'm scared.
All right, this one is probably going to catch you off guard. It's jazzy. We have Bewitched by Leve.
I'm putting Bewitched at number 1.
Yay. Okay.
I love Leve. I'm sorry, did you listen to
Santa Baby?
Why am I why was I blanking on the name?
I know it before you do. I have not yet. I know it came out, but I haven't had the time. I like to
Do you want me to blind? Do you want to
songs.
blind react it with you? Oh, I've listened to it. But I'm saying, do you want us to blind react maybe next episode?
Maybe. You guys got to stay tuned for that.
Or hear me out. I'm thinking, guys, holidays are coming up. It is currently, when we're recording this, it's November 6th. And technically it's already Christmas or any holiday which you celebrate. I'm saying it's almost December. And that's my favorite season, favorite holiday. So then we'll have a lot more. We'll be very leading heavily into Christmas music.
So Bewitched is going out 1.
Yeah, I love
Leve. I would honestly put it up there too. I love that album.
These are
so
good
much.
albums.
And Promise is so amazing. Next, we have SOS by SZA.
I have 4 and 5 available.
Yes.
I'm going to put it at 4.
4?
Yeah,
okay.
I do really like SOS. I don't really have a reason behind that, but I just love that album. It's so good.
It just goes there.
SZA's amazing.
Yes, definitely. Love her. And last but not least, at 5, you have Born This Way by Lady Gaga.
I agree with that. As much as I do like Lady Gaga. Disease was amazing. I really liked Disease.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a huge Gaga, but I'm saying I listened to Chromatica. Right? That's what it's called.
I think so.
I'm listening. Let me
Who
double
knows? Fact
check.
check.
I'm gonna get hunted down.
Literally. By Beyonce.
By Beyonce. She's actually gonna do it for me. You've been
Exactly.
a bad girl, Gaga. It's over. But no, I agree. I would not change anything on my list. I agree with that list completely.
Okay. Yeah, I figured as much. Honestly, it was just that type of thing that I was trying to put
This is
some
so
random
funny.
things in there you probably wouldn't expect.
Okay, are you ready?
I am.
Your first album, which is starting off something that came out last week, but it's also kind of basic, but we were just talking about it. Chromacopia by Tyler, the Creator.
Okay, I have definitely been listening to that nonstop, but it is also relatively recent. So
yeah,
I would say there's definitely some songs I absolutely adore on that album, and we will definitely get into that later. But I'm going to put it at 4 just because I haven't had too much time to discover everything, but I do absolutely love it, except for Sticky.
I do agree with you. I feel like just because it is new, there is other there's other things that are you have better experience with. I get it. But all right, moving on to our next one.
All right, I'm ready.
Did you know there's a tunnel under Ocean Boulevard by Lana Del Rey? Are you a Lana person?
Yes, I am a Lana person. I love her. I'm really bad at remembering the names of songs, but you could put anything on it.
And you know it.
Yeah, immediately. Because I just say hey Siri, play Lana Del Rey, and then that's it. But I definitely do love that one.
Mm-hmm.
Is that My favorite album from her, though, I don't know. I put Tyler at 4. I think I'll put her at like 2. I think she's an
Okay.
amazing vocalist.
I agree. I have to agree with that. Our next one, I'm gonna think of since running off and it's running off Billy instead of Hit Me Hard and Soft. I was gonna say Happier Than Ever.
Okay. All right. It's definitely not my favorite album from her. My favorite album is When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? But I do love
I
Billy
love that album.
so
It is such a good
much. And I
album.
don't know what you have next. I'm going to put it at 1. So I have 1, 2, and 4.
No, I feel like
right?
that's a good one.
Yeah.
So kind of throwing this isn't kind of expected. I feel like all right. What would you rank Short and Sweet that came out over the summer?
Short and Sweet is automatically going in 3. It's so catchy. I absolutely love it. And it's just like totally good vibes.
If you could move it, would you move it now or do you like where it is now?
No, I feel like I like where it is now compared to the other ones. It's definitely such good vibes. It's definitely like album of the summer, even though it came out relatively late. But it's just such positive energy, except for like Dumb and Poetic, I would say. But the rest of it is just
I feel like
so
the placement
nice.
for Dumb and Poetic was kind of crazy too, right after Espresso.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Right? It was like, oh, this is interesting. But the way that she definitely sings them in tour, it does make sense, the lineup that she has.
Oh, plus incorporating some of the emails I can't. I was gonna say emails I can't send, but I figured Short and Sweet's a little more new. I do love emails I can't send though. Such an amazing album. Last but not least, this is your number 5.
Okay.
And I don't know if you're gonna agree with this. I was gonna say Blonde by Frank Ocean. Wow, why'd I just blank?
I regret everything I've done. Everything needs to move immediately.
Would you move everything? Would you move it like? Would you move it up to 1 and move like everything like down a spot?
Yeah. I think I would. That would make some sense. Billy at 2, Lana at 3. Yeah, that would make some sense.
I get it.
And so on. I love Frank Ocean, and I'm so sad he wasn't on Chromacopia.
That was such a big rumor. I thought he was gonna be on there too. I was so excited.
I like being in just.
I like being right. That's what I like being. I like being correct.
Exactly. I just assumed he was gonna be there. Well, thank you guys so much for listening to us blindly rank our songs and albums. I hope you guys stay tuned for our next episode. Do you have anything to close off on, Christian?
I wanted to say pretty much the same thing you did, but I wanted to say again, thank you guys for listening. Please know that later we're going to be doing more music things. We'll be listening to music on here. Please know that this isn't just what we're doing.
Yes.
More blind ranking, more talking about albums, more stuff to come out. Please stay tuned. Thank you guys so much for listening. My name is Christian.
My name's Elena.
And this was For the Record. Thank you again.
Thank you for listening to O Radio. We put the O in radio. Make sure to follow us on social media at O Radio OHS on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube.